Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy TRUEDBZMaster back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing more of a opinionated video rather than, talking about how strong, the meta is and stuff like that. I thought I'd do something more casual, something that's not really too controversial, but I still think, deserves to be talked about. So today I'm going to be going over my top 5 underrated assists in Dragon Ball FighterZ right now. So basically, I'm going to be going over the assist that I think needs to be, not immediately need to be ran on teams, but I do think that they have a place in this game, with, all the Vegito A's, 17A, Gogeta A, and other assists like that. I do think that these assists that I'm going to be talking about can still be useful and can actually fit on a couple of teams. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I am going to be going over one honorable mention before I get into the top 5. So let's go into honorable mention number 1. Okay, honorable mention number 1 goes to Z Broly C assist. So this guy right here. So I have a couple of points that I want to talk about, but there are also some negatives that you have to take in mind when picking this assist. So first off, this assist actually has infinite armor. So I'm going to set the opponent or the computer to call Broly, as you can see. And I'm going to have Gotenks here. So I'm going to have Frieza call him, and then I'm going to try and beat Broly with my kick attack. It's relatively fast. Alright, so as you can see, Broly went straight through all of my kicks, and this assist basically has infinite armor. Like, if you call this assist, if you try to challenge with like a ground normal or a ground special move, you're pretty much not gonna do anything unless it's a projectile, obviously, because I think pretty much all projectiles beat assists, unless you're like playing like Zamasu or something like that. But if it's anything like a physical attack, Broly will just eat it. I think it'll even go through EX. Yeah, it'll go straight through it. So infinite armor is good. The next thing is the ground tracking. So if I'm full screen here and I call Broly, he's gonna teleport right to Frieza. Literally all the C assists in the game have that, as you can see. So that's also another good point. That's pretty much always a good point with C assists. If you have C assists, the ground tracking will always help you out when, confirming neutral hits like that, and then you get a combo. And then it also goes into the next point, which is the easy combo conversion. So you can do stuff like this, bam, 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 call Broly, and then get DR. I'm not used to using C assists, so you do something like that, get DR, and bam, end your combo. So, if you're playing a C assist, that's pretty much universal for all C assists, is that, the freaking, tracking and then, the knocking down of the opponent just makes things a whole lot easier. And so, yeah, that goes for all the positives. The negatives of this assist is that this assist can actually be interrupted like midway. So say like I'm playing Vegeta and I'm trying to like zone the opponent out, just throwing Ki Blast and stuff. If I overcommit to Ki Blast, then the Ki Blast will actually push the opponent outside of the assist range. So for this example, so see there, as you can see, like, it's very finicky. Like, if you overcommit to like certain neutral options, Broly can hit the opponent, but sometimes it'll push him out of range. So, you want to be careful when using stuff like that. So, let's say you're about here, and you're gonna push your opponent, like, if they're not against the wall, it's like Broly will not like do the second attack or it'll whiff. So, that's something you're gonna have to get used to. You can do stuff like Lariat assists, with Broly, so you can actually hit confirm it and stuff like that. So stuff like that can work, but if you're trying to use like multiple Ki Blasts, you're gonna want to like as soon as you call Broly, you want to stop throwing Ki Blast. That way, Broly can actually hit the opponent. The next thing on the negative list is the longer regen. So that's pretty universal for all C assists. So I'm gonna have the normal cooldown. So I'm gonna call both Broly and Gotenks, and then as you can see, Gotenks is regenning way faster than Broly. So, you know, it's about 3 times as long as normal assist. So, you know, that's going to be a major issue when talking about Z Broly in particular, because another negative on this list is that Z Broly is an anchor character. So anchor characters assists are way more valuable than point or mids, because anchor characters are going to be in the back more often than not, and so having a very strong assist in the back is going to be like really important to your game plan. And so, you know, with the long regen and then the possibility of getting knocked out of a combo, you know, having Z Broly as your anchor and having a C assist is not really the optimal point. So, you know, it's really not that great to have a C assist for your anchor position, specifically because of the long regen. So let's say, you know, Broly's my anchor, and then I only have Vegeta left. You know, I only have Vegeta and Broly. Like, look how long I have to play solo neutral with Vegeta in order to get my Broly assist back. Like, that's a really long time in a neutral sense. So having to wait that long for a C assist to come back as your anchor character is not really a good thing. And the last thing is that Broly A assist exists. So Broly A is essentially just a better version of his C assist. So here he throws an actual projectile rather than a tackle. Broly does have 1 hit of armor when tossing this out. And then as well, since he's tossing the orb forward, it's not like Broly is in any danger of getting hit. And even if, like I said, even if you hit Broly, he still has 1 hit of armor on his assist. So he'll still be able to throw the orb out. And the hit stun on this assist, his A assist, is only 5 less than his C assist, which is... No wait, no, actually, his C assist is actually less block stun than this assist. It's only by 1 frame. It's only, the C assist is 29 while this is 30, so it's only 1 frame. But, you know, when combined with all the other pros that this assist gives you, you know, it's 1 hit of armor, it's a projectile, your opponent, or the player is not in any danger when tossing this out, you know, do stuff like that. And then also, this assist actually deflects Ki Blast as well. I'm pretty sure Broly C goes through Ki Blast as well, but like I said, this is a projectile, so it's way more useful for neutral than anything else. And like I said, the block stun on this is pretty much the exact same as the C assist. So the fact that A assist actually just exists in the game just makes his C assist a lot more unviable, but I do think the infinite armor and easy combo conversions do make it a notable good C assist. So that is Broly C. Going on to number 5. So number 5, I have Tien B. So it's Chaozu Call. So this assist has been pretty not favorable in the community, you know, because of A assist, which is a negative. A assist for Tien is really good, you know, so, you know, it's not really a comparison. But I do think there are certain teams that can use Tien B assist very effectively. One of the high points of this assist is the block stun. This assist has really high amounts of block stun. I believe it's around 40 if I am not mistaken. So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to have Gohan block. So 40 frames of block stun. So that's very easy mix-ups right there. So if you do something like this, you know, and then bam, like you can mix with that. You know, you can do super dash, sits in the corner, and then bam. So having 40 frames of block stun is really, really good for an assist like this. Well, for any assist. Another good point is the fact that this actually tracks in the air. So I'm going to have Gohan not guard, and so now, and then bam. So Chiaotzu actually tracks wherever the opponent is. So for characters like, you know, that can't get sliding knockdowns, Videl can get sliding knockdowns, but stuff like that's possible. Goku Black has a hard time getting sliding knockdowns without using meter. Broly as well, Piccolo as well, Teen Gohan. So characters like that can really take advantage of the fact that it tracks in the air. So that's really good. And then also the combo conversions of this assist, though not as easy as the C assist, is actually pretty high. So as you can see there, you know, if you do a very simple conversion like that. Oops, I'm not good with the timing, so I'm sorry. But as you guys can see, you know, the timing is one of the negatives of this assist, but you guys can see where I'm going with, you know. I am not good with Videl. Yeah, but like stuff like that, you know, the combos with this assist is not really that hard, you know, all around. I don't know how to play Videl, but you guys get the point, you know. The combos you can get with this assist are relatively good and easy to do. The downside, so the downside for this assist is one of the big things is that this assist takes very long to start up. This assist starts up at 50 frames. So, you know, if you're doing Super Dash assist, you're gonna have to call this assist way earlier in your block stream to make sure it jails all the way. And I believe in combos, I believe the timing is shorter though. So if you're calling it, you know, raw and neutral, it's gonna be a lot longer than if you know, did a combo into it. I believe during combos the startup is different. Yeah, so Chiaotzu spawns like right next to the opponent, so the startup is a little bit quicker. So, you know, if you're playing neutral or doing block strings, you know, it's, you know, gonna be on the slower side. The next negative about this assist is the fact that you actually lose this B assist if Chiaotzu dies. So I'm gonna have Tien do his Chiaotzu super, and then I'm gonna tag into Videl. So there we have Chiaotzu blowing himself up. Then we're gonna tag into Videl, wait for Tien to come back. So yeah, now that Tien's back, yeah, so if Chiaotzu dies, you lose this assist. Now, this is not so bad because Tien is an anchor character. So by the time Tien comes out on your team optimally, the rest of your squad is dead. So, you know, using Chiaotzu for, you know, the extra damage won't really, you know, hinder you that much. But if you're playing Tien as a mid, or even as a point character, I don't know why you would, but if you play him as a point character and you use your Chiaotzu super and you're using B assist, you essentially lost an assist. Chiaotzu is dead, and so you do not get his assist. And the last downside is the exact same thing for Broly, is that this assist can actually be interrupted midway if you're playing like a neutral state. So Goku has multiple ki blasts, so if you're, you know, doing stuff like, you know, throwing multiple ki blasts, and then, you know, stuff like that can happen. So just like with Broly, if you're using this for neutral and you want to confirm, as soon as you call Tien, you want to stop throwing ki blasts and get ready to either do a block string or commit to a combo. So it's the exact same thing, you know, with Broly. So that's another downside. But that's it. In terms of downsides, you know, TNA is still a stronger assist, but I do think that TNB is actually a good assist. It's just that you have to make it work with a very specific team setup, you know? Characters that want a lot of blocks done, and characters that can't get sliding knockdowns mostly. But if your characters can do those things, then TNA is still the better choice, but I do think TNB still deserves to be on a couple of teams, so yeah, that's TNB. Going on to number 4. Number 4, we have Teen Gohan C assist, which is his high flying kick. Sorry about that. So this is C assist. So Gohan C assist is like I said, number 4, so I highly regard this as a strong assist. One of the biggest things about this assist that I really like about it is the fact that it has really high block stun for what the assist is. With all the other qualities it has, having this amount of block stun is really, really good. So, you know, this having 35 frames of block stun is really, really good, in addition to it air tracking. So, you know, 35 block stun, and then I have Cell here get hit, and then we're gonna do a combo. Bam, bam, bam. And then bam, and Team Gohan teleports to wherever the opponent is. So, you know, you can see where, you know, the real strength of this assist is. So not only is this assist really good for mix-ups, but it's good for neutral. Like, it's really freaking good. You know, like I said, all C assists track on the ground, so you can do stuff like this. But then also, you know, if you're trying to zone in the air, you can do stuff like this. The next thing is that, like I said, since it tracks in the air, the combos you can get from this assist is really high as well. So if you do something like this, bam. Also, you know, from neutral, do beam, stuff like that as well. And, you know, it's also good for ending combos as well. So if you end the combo like this, well, it's actually, the timing's a little bit different, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a lot harder when ending combos, but I know you can do it, so let's just do this. You do something like that, then bam, DR, and then you end your combo. So pretty much in every area for combo conversions, this assist is really good. And the last good point is that Team Gohan is a point character. So usually with point characters, usually like 80% of the time I would say, the assists you choose don't really matter, because they're your point character and therefore they're going to be on the front lines. And so they're either going to die immediately, or, you know, they're gonna have very low health, and the next time you tag them in, they're gonna die the next hit. So point characters don't really have to have very strong assists. You know, that's more suited for the mid to anchor characters. So Team Gohan being a point character means that you can be very flexible about how you build him. And so, you know, having him, you know, have a really good C assist, even though one of the negatives is the fact that it is a C assist, so it has a really long regen time. But since he's a point character, that don't really matter that much, because, you know, Team Gohan is your point character, and so he's going to be on the front lines at, you know, in the immediate battleground. So, you know, having your point character have a C assist is not really a bad thing. You know, it's only when your character is a mid or an anchor, and then you want to use your C assist is where that becomes a problem. So, you know, Team Gohan being a point character is actually to the benefit of the C assist, because, you know, like all the points I went over earlier. So, yeah, I really do think this assist needs some more play in the competitive scene. I know most people usually go for his A assist. Nobody even uses his B assist, and I can understand why, which is why it's not on this list, but I do think that Gohan's C assists do deserve to be on teams. I really do think it's that strong. Alright, number 3 goes to Super Saiyan Goku's B assist. So this is his flurry kick. So this is, I'm actually a really big fan of. Like, if I played Super Saiyan Goku in my main squad, I would probably play this assist, you know, especially for the team that I play. So let's get into the pros. So the first pro is the startup. This assist is really freaking fast. Like, if we show the numbers here, so this move starts at 20 frames. Like, that's ridiculously fast. Like, that's some of the fastest assists in the game. Also with that, it also comes with a great amount of block stun as well. This is 40 frames on block. So if you block this, you're getting mixed, you know. And for such, you know, a really fast assist, like, Super Dash plus assist is nowhere, like, especially in the corner, where it's really effective. you know, it's really effective. So, you know, having this assist be that fast with this good block stun is kind of ridiculous to me that people don't consider this assist to be that good, like, at all. Like, people do not like this assist. I just don't understand why. The next thing I want to talk about is something that people don't talk about, but the fact that this assist leaves the opponent standing. So if we take an example like Vegeta's B assist, if the opponent gets hit, then they have to air attack. But Goku keeps the opponent on the ground, which means it's way easier to convert into combos with this guy. So say like you're playing Beerus, and then, you know, you use J2H to like control neutral. You call Goku, and then bam, you get a combo instantly. Whereas if I do it with Vegeta, you know, I can't really do that. So Goku leaving the opponent standing up is really, really good, and literally no one talks about stuff like this. Like Gohan B, Kefla B, and Videl B all do the exact same thing, and no one really talks about these assists. Now I think Goku has the best version of out of all these assists, because the startup is, I believe it's faster than everybody else's. And then also the hitbox for this assist is just a lot better. As you can see, you know, stuff like that you can't do with Kefla, Gohan, or Videl. But Goku you can, so that's why I chose his as the number 3 spot. It's like the combos you can get with this is really easy. You know, it leaves the opponent standing on hit. You know, fast startup and great block stun. The only problem with this assist is the fact that A assist exists. So it's literally the exact same scenario with Broly. You know, since beam assists are so strong in this game, you know, people don't really look at his B assist as that great, because it doesn't really help him and help the opponent or the player in neutral in a conventional sense. It's more so, you know, you have to like overextend with, you know, lariats or moves like Beerus, you know, J2H, you know, to move across the screen and then call the assist. But like I said, since it leaves the opponent standing up, you know, it's like, it's really easy to hit confirm. And if they block, they have 40 frames of block stun to deal with. Like, that's plenty of time for you to run up and get some mix. Like, even if your character's not really good at mix, like, it's still good block stun, you know? And then Beerus can go into his RPS stuff. So, this assist is really freaking good. Honestly, this assist really doesn't have any downsides. Like, this assist is perfect. Like, I don't think it needs to be buffed or anything. I think it's perfect the way it is. Like I said, the only downside to it is that A assist is actually in the game and is as strong as ever. You know, beams are still a force in the game that, you know, a lot of players just can't seem to let go of. So B assist is good. Like, if you use Super Saiyan Goku, I really hope that you test this out with your team, because this belongs on certain teams. Alright, so going on to number 2. So number 2, I have Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta's A assist. So it's his guy right here. I recently did a Vegeta guide, my finale, part 5, going over all of his assists, and I made a pretty big argument about this assist and why I think it's really good. So if you really want an in-depth look at his assist, I'd recommend you go to that video. I'll probably have it have a link for it in the description if I remember. But yeah, it's literally my most recent video besides this one. So, you know, check that video out if you want me to go more in depth. But this is just, you know, just a small breakdown. So just to go over some good points is number 1, the block stun. The block stun on this assist is really good at 45 frames. So just like with Super Saiyan Goku's B assist, if your opponent gets hit by this assist, they're getting mixed. Like 45 frames is plenty of block stun for you to actually left, right, high, low, whatever you want. So the block stun on this assist is really good. After that, I would say the neutral for this assist is really good as well. So if you're playing like a full screen game, you know, you can start throwing projectiles and then see if they super dash at you. If they super dash, they'll get hit by the Big Bang. You know, if you try to like vanish, you know, you get, you know, plus frames plus the Big Bang attack. if the opponent gets hit by your Vanish, then the Big Bang will actually combo for you. So you do stuff like that. You know, so this assist is really good for the neutral. It's not really good for confirming off the Ki Blast. So if you do something like with Trunks, like you do this, you know, you can do stuff like this, but you know, it's not really the easiest thing, and you're committing to a full beam, and it's, you know, not really the optimal playstyle, but it's still a really good, you know, tool for neutral. You know, you can do raw banish into it, and then get a combo. So I go more in depth in that with the Vegeta guide, but it is a good neutral tool. After that, the corner Oki, you know, if you do something like this, dash up, safe jump, and then bam. The only thing your opponent can do out of that is reflect and DP. And if you safe jump correctly, you're safe from the DP anyway, so that doesn't really matter all too much. So yeah, this assist is really good for Oki. And then the last good point is the combo conversion. So one of the negatives, this kind of goes hand in hand, is the timing. So the startup for this assist is really slow. It is 40 on startup and then 60 on hit. So it's basically the exact same thing as TN. So, you know, for combos, you know, you're gonna be experimenting with the timing more often than not. You know, so I'd recommend, you know, just hitting the lab, you know, for a couple minutes and then getting the timing down. Even me as a Blue Vegeta main, like, the timing still gets me every now and again. So, you know, if you're playing Blue Vegeta, I highly recommend you look at this assist, you know, for your team, because I promise you, you'll find at least 1 or 2 scenarios where, you know, this assist will really help you out. And so, yeah, I really recommend using this assist. And I do think it's underrated as heck, because, you know, this assist wasn't as good as this it is right now. So, you know, I think people are still looking at the assist like it was a couple patches ago, and not what it is right now. So I really do think that this assist is very underrated. And also Blue Vegeta is underplayed, but, you know, that's a whole nother argument. But yeah, this assist is good, so I say use it. And my number 1 underrated assist goes to Cell B assist. So it's this guy right here. So this is his shoulder tackle. So this is the last part of his auto combo. And so as you can see already, this move is really freaking good. So I'm gonna go into the numbers. So as you can see here, so this guy is 20 frames on startup. Once again, making it one of the fastest assists in the game. You know, the same thing as Super Saiyan, Goku's B assist, and Blue Vegeta's B assist. You know, stuff like that. So this being a 20 frames is really good because it's really fast. The next thing good about this is the wall bounce property. So it's literally the exact same as Gogeta Blue's A assist. You know, you get a combo, or you get hit by Cell, and then you're able to combo from it pretty easily, which is also another good point. So the combos you get from this assist is really easy as well. So if I'm playing like Jiren and do something like this, oops, I haven't played Jiren in a while, so you do something like this, whoops, I am not good with Jiren anymore. You do something like that, and then you time it with that. I'm sorry. You guys get the point, you know. So this assist is really good for combos as well. Like I said, it being 20 frames makes it easy to combo with. Also the wall bounce, sorry, makes it easy as well. The last good thing about this assist is the fact that the block stun on this is actually not that bad. 29, you know, that's right on the cusp of viability. I would say, you know, for your assist to be really, really good in terms of block stun, it would be in like the 30 range, you know, 30, 32, 35-ish, you know, stuff like that. It being 29 isn't really a deal breaker, especially for, you know, the fast speed and the wall bounce. So I think it's a good compromise. But also, this assist isn't actually like you know, competing with Cell's A assist. So that's another thing I would like to talk about. So, you know, just like with Super Saiyan Goku, he has a beam assist already, as you guys can see. So he has a beam assist just like with Super Saiyan Goku. The thing is that Cell's beam assist isn't really the best when it comes to neutral. So, you know, it has 30 frames of block stun, you know, the usual beam assist stuff, but the startup is way slower than other beam assists. And also it doesn't even reach full screen, you know, it barely reaches. So having this assist as your neutral assist is a lot more harder than if you picked like Super Saiyan Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, and stuff like that. So the fact that it's a weaker beam assist, and the fact that Cell B is already good as it is, you know, these two aren't really competing. It's just that you use these two for very different scenarios. You know, it's not like with Goku's B assist. It's the fact that most characters, you know, don't really need that high amount of block stun, though it's needed most of the time for, you know, the good mix, but it's not necessary. So most people just stick with the A assist because the A assist already has good enough block stun as it is. So most people don't even look at the B assist, even though, you know, it leaves the opponent standing up, gives you plenty of block stun, it's really fast on startup, you know, all those good qualities, but people just want to have their neutral assist. And the fact that Cell is on the weaker end of, you know, the neutral assist just elevates the B assist a little bit higher in my opinion. So, you know, the fact that these two aren't really competing for that spot really means that anyone that plays Cell can actually just pick whatever they want. Like, you can pick A assist and be fine, and you can pick B assist and be fine. You know, it's not like, you know, with Goku, you know, literally 9.9 times out of 10 you're going to be picking A assist because A assist is a neutral assist, the block stun's good, and that's what the meta really calls for. But I do think his B assist is still really good. Like I said, with A assist, with Cell, it's like it's not really competing with B assist because those two work completely differently, and one's not too, you know, overpowered or too broken to where the other one's irrelevant. Like, they're both just really good assists. So that's why I have Cell in the #1 spot. And particularly, like I said, it's not competing with anybody. And there's really no downsides to this assist at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, people could say you could use more block stun, but it doesn't even need the block stun for the speed that it has. It's fine. Like, it's just a perfectly good assist. So that's gonna be it for me. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a quick rundown of my list before we end this. So my honorable mention goes to Z Broly's C assist. Number 5 goes to TNB. Number 4 goes to Teen Gohan C. Number 3 goes to Super Saiyan Goku B. Number 2 goes to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta A. And then number 1 goes to Cell B. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is much more opinionated and casual than my other videos, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this more casual, you know, format and stuff. And I plan on doing more stuff like this in the future, you know, going over toolkits, OSTs, you know, levels, you know, stuff like that. So be sure to check out my videos in the future for more of a casual standpoint, you know, outside of talking about, you know, who's better at the game than whoever. So this is much more of a casual thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And also be sure to hit that like button too. So sayonara.